Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Bulls being recently linked to Deandre Ayton in some trade rumors. Also later in today's video I'm going to be talking about Arturas talking about the current state of the Chicago Bulls and what he does plan to do in the future and at the trade deadline. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like below today's video. It only takes a second and helps me out a lot. Also leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the rumors and topics I'm about to jump into. Also, speaking of some trade targets, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how the Bulls are expected to trade Coby White at the trade deadline, and I was also talking about some more trade targets for the Chicago Bulls. But nonetheless, let's just jump right into today's video because I'm very excited to be talking about these rumors and topics because this article did come out just the other day from Bleacher Report, and they were listing a bunch of trade targets for every NBA team. And the trade targets that were listed for the Chicago Bulls were Deandre Ayton, Jay Crowder, and Alec Burks. Now, I think it's obvious a lot of Bulls fans are kind of up and down, just like the whole Chicago Bulls season has been. Obviously, right now, the Bulls have been playing better basketball as of late, but it's still been very up and down. And I think the Bulls need to make a big upgrade at the trade deadline. I know there's been some rumors about how the Bulls are expected to be quiet and only make maybe a minor trade here or there, which I'm obviously not happy with that news because the Chicago Bulls front office is very high on this current group and they're confident with this group and they want to build around this group and they don't want to blow it up. And with that said, even though I feel like Vucevic has had a really underrated season, and especially last game versus Golden State, he did have 40 plus points and he played amazing. I believe Vucevic has played really solid for the Chicago Bulls, but he is the best trade asset for the Chicago Bulls because I do believe the Bulls need a more defensive minded center, and Vucevic is obviously on a one-year contract and he is a free agent in this upcoming offseason. And Bleacher Report did comment on the whole Deandre Ayton situation, and they did say Deandre Ayton gives the Bulls the opportunity to go in either direction, as the fifth-year center is currently averaging 18 points per game, 10 rebounds, and shooting about 60% this season, yet he is also only 24 years old. If Chicago doesn't believe in Vucevic as the team's franchise center, or doesn't want to pay him this summer, Deandre Ayton could be the answer instead. And I do agree, I feel like Deandre Ayton would be the perfect center for this roster, especially I'd say retooling around Demar and Zach. I said this past offseason. There was some rumors about the Suns trading Deandre Ayton, and honestly, since this past offseason, the whole Deandre Ayton and Suns situation, same with Jay Crowder, has been a mess. I don't know what's been going on with the Suns organization, especially their head coach and Deandre Ayton, so that's definitely a concern if the Bulls do decide to, I'd say, make a big trade at the trade deadline. Now, assuming that the Bulls don't blow it up, like I don't believe so, I highly do doubt they do trade for Deandre Ayton, not because the Bulls want to be interested, I just don't see the Suns doing that, but who knows, things can change quickly in the NBA. I think it's obvious Deandre Ayton's really not happy with the Suns because he did sign an offer sheet this past offseason with the Pacers, and then the Suns did match it. All I'm saying is if the Suns do decide to shop Deandre Ayton or move on from him, the Chicago Bulls have to be on that phone call, and I believe Arturas would. I think he knows there's no easy way to fix this team currently, and there needs to be a big trade that needs to happen. I believe Deandre Ayton would be a perfect center for this current team and the future center of the Chicago Bulls. I mean, like I did say earlier in today's video, Ayton's only 24 years old. He is a 7-foot center. He's obviously a very good defensive center that I know a lot of Bulls fans have been wanting the Bulls to target for a while now. I would really be happy if at this trade deadline the Bulls do target Ayton or Miles Turner. I mean, this article came out even from Sports Illustrated talking about this whole situation. The whole Deandre Ayton and Suns situation has been messy for a while now, and if the Suns do decide to trade him, I would have to expect the Bulls would be interested because they were interested, or some rumors linking him to the Bulls in this past offseason. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about Deandre Ayton recently being linked to the Chicago Bulls, and also what you guys want the Bulls to do at the trade deadline. I would really be happy if there's some way the Bulls could get Ayton and Jay Crowder, given that they're just both not happy with the Suns. Now, obviously, I think the trade package would have to be a lot. It would probably have to be Vucevic, Patrick Williams, maybe even DeMar DeRozan taking Vucevic's spot. It would have to be a lot, but I'm definitely interested. Leave some comments below today's video about that first topic. And now onto the second topic in today's video. Like I did say earlier in today's video, this season has been all over the place, and I know a lot of Bulls fans have really been wanting the Bulls front office to come out and talk about the current state of the Chicago Bulls and how they're just going to turn this thing around. And just the other day, huge shout out to Bleacher Nation, they did put out this article, and Arturas did sit down with Bulls insider Casey Johnson just the other day. He was on the Bulls Talk podcast, and currently the Bulls are 20-24, and they currently sit 10th in the Eastern Conference. And this is the first time Arturas has talked to the media after months, where he did make the Bulls' goals and expectations very clear. Chicago was supposed to improve on last year's 46-win season and a first-round exit. Obviously, as of right now, they don't really appear to do either of that right now. And as things do stand, this is exactly why this upcoming NBA trade deadline is very interesting and important for the Bulls' future. And on the Bulls Talk podcast, Arturas did say, "I'm really proud to be a part of this, chasing the success of this organization and trying to get to winning ways. How we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, it's still to be seen. But I enjoy the process with people that I work with, and I enjoy working for this ownership." And after that, he did continue. He said, "We deeply care about this organization, and shout out to the fan base." Arturas said, "We're trying to do the best that we can. It's not fun when we lose. I'm a very competitive person. That's what you need to know. I don't take these losses lightly, and I get emotional just like you. We're trying to turn this thing around." And I guess that is something. I mean, he really didn't talk about how he's going to turn it around, if he's going to be active at the trade deadline or nothing. And now, having said that, I guess he kind of sort of left the door open for some big changes. The how and when the Bulls will win comment definitely does raise an eyebrow, but he really didn't say, or I'd say give a reaction about the Bulls' future plans or anything like that. In my eyes, I believe a big trade is needed. I know the Bulls have been playing better as of late, but it's still up and down. I really like Vooch. He's had a really underrated season. I just feel like he's the most, I'd say, likely player to get traded on this roster, given he's an all-star or former all-star, and he's a free agent in this upcoming offseason, but also that might make it hard for the Bulls to get a lot of trade assets back in any trade with him. Unfortunately, though, I'm not sure we're going to get a big trade at the trade deadline in my eyes. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors, like I did say earlier in today's video, about how the Bulls are expected to be quiet, which I really don't understand. I know the Bulls front office really likes this core and this group, and they've said many times they want to wait till this team gets healthy, but it doesn't seem like Lonzo Ball is going to be coming back this season. And at the end of the day, things happen fast in the NBA. The Bulls don't have that much cap space in this upcoming offseason, and you just can't keep waiting for this team to get healthy, because honestly, I don't know if this Bulls team will ever get healthy and stay healthy. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about all these trade rumors surrounding Deandre Ayton, and obviously Arturas talking about the current state of the Chicago Bulls and the rumors about the Bulls expecting to be quiet at the trade deadline. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel in the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.